The question comes down to, do you actually want to change your life? Because actually it is not that difficult. It is really not that difficult. There are 3 key elements. You have to start to feel good about yourself and make this as a priority, no matter what. And yes, it might be a little chaotic in your outward reality because so many things will fall apart. But when you put yourself first, you just simply stop caring about it. Second of all, and this comes together with the first part, that you have to become the observer of your reality. You have to suck the matrix, the engine. And the longer you continue to feed into the drama that the matrix is trying to tell you, the longer you are giving your valuable time, attention, and energy away. So, whatever happens, observe your thoughts, observe your emotions, observe what is going on in your reality, and don't involve yourself. And I know that the healing new age scene is telling you so many things that you can do and that you can change and swap, and everything of this is a mind game. Everything keeps you stuck in the mind. Of course, I don't want to underestimate amazing healing abilities and modalities, and it's all nice and has its place and has its meaning and also has its value. But it can also create a loop in your life that keeps you stuck, because you will look for something again and again and again and again, because and this is so the essence of traumatic experiences is to believe in separation, right? Because if you don't believe in separation, if you don't believe what this illusion is trying to tell you, then there's no trauma. There's nothing that you have to heal. There was never hurt. You are on a soul journey and you decide to make certain experiences, as long as you agree to continue to make those experiences. The moment you realize your sovereignty, your power, you will start to make different experiences. But everything that you experienced so far and that you are still experiencing, and I know this might trigger a lot of you guys, but that's just speaking from my experience. Everything is happening in your favor. And collectively, we are creating this outside, and I think we can do better. All of us. So, when you feel in touch with yourself, would you actually do harmful things if you are in alignment with your being consciously? And this is also something, because I was so long so afraid of hurting someone that I would shut myself down and away. And actually this is the whole thing. Like, if you believe the lie of I was hurt, that you were hurt, if you believe this lie that you were hurt, you will also believe the lie that you can hurt someone. And I'm not like, that's not a freeway ticket to go wild and start to do horrible things. Of course not. I think if we are in touch with ourselves, we are naturally not doing those things. But there's a difference between expressing yourself and feeling good about something that you do, and this might trigger people, or you consciously decide to hurt someone, right? Huge difference. And this first thing is really like, and I see reality like this, and I have to be honest about it. I can't hide it anymore. It's not possible. There is like it can't be different. Like when manifestation happens, there are different participants taking part in the manifestation. It's not like it can't be that one is the, what is the name? The opposite of the victim. Who is making the victim suffer? There is one person doing this, and then there is the victim, and then, the drama triangle, right? And it can't be like this only. The roles are changing the whole time, and you are entangled in one of those every time, and you are not only the victim or only the savior. You are changing that the whole time, but everything keeps you stuck in this drama. If you continue to believe in this, actually there was trauma, and actually I was hurt, and they were so awful, and blah 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 blah, all these stories, all this mind game, all this matrix trying to grab your attention, and these things in your reality are happening for a reason, exactly because of this, because they are trying to grab your attention, to make you aware, so you can finally make another decision about what you want to believe. And this, making this other decision, is not something that you solve or fix with your mind. It is something that you allow to happen. You are the observer. You observe your reality, you observe your thoughts, you observe your feelings, and it will naturally happen that things shift. Different experience pop up in your reality. Healer that actually heal you and not keep you stuck in a loop, because we can have experiences that keep us stuck in the loop because we still didn't get it, or we can attract experiences that actually help. And this helpful timeline is there when you start to let go of control and surrender and start to become the observer 24/7. Main task, the most important thing. Observe your thoughts, observe your feelings. I know it's challenging. We are all challenged in this all the time on our individual level. But so I think I want to keep it short, and I will just see if there is something else that needs to be addressed here. So this whole thing about separation, is there something that needs to be addressed here? You have to trust. You have to trust to start to trust your own insights, because concepts and what you read and what you learned and what you saw, they are the truth of someone else, and they are as much valuable as your own, and there's nothing more right or more wrong than something else. But when the truth of someone else is questioning your intuition, it will not work out well. It will not work out well. because then you are actually in that loop of doubt and fear and scarcity and lack and all these things. So yeah, you have to start to trust your intuition and then feel into the results that your intuition is creating and trust in it. And maybe in the beginning it will not be nice and what you expect and cheerful, and but that's the path that you should keep going, because it can't be different that you attract the experiences that you need anyways. You're always attracting the experiences that you need, because you are the center of the universe any moment, because there's nothing else than the center of the universe. Yep. There is only the center of the universe. And that's actually where you find stability. That is actually where you find the safety that you are looking for. Yes. Your intuition. Because when everything outside might be in complete chaos, this is your haven. And to strengthen this channel is the way to go. That's the way to go. So, one more thing. And that's really something like because we are all craving to create. We are all human beings craving to create something here, to create something meaningful, and to be worshipped for what we have done. And many people in the scene say it's only ego and blah blah blah, but I think it is a part of human nature, and it's not evil and it's not bad to wanting to create something meaningful for others or for the world, or for just give your own existence a meaning, give your own existence a purpose. I think that's like such a core need. So if you agree on this with me, then this might be helpful for you to know what I have to say here. The creation that you are here to manifest in this world, they don't come from your mind. They don't come by thinking about concepts, and it will be less and less mind struggle. Manifestations come from somewhere else. They want to manifest through you. They come as a vision. They come as a spark of light. But it's like, my experience is that you don't plan the steps to make it happen. And the Matrix, I know how the Matrix works, and all these business plans and all these step-by-step guides, what you have to do, it never worked for me. It never worked for me. It just fucked up my energy, fucked up my vibration, and kept me stuck in my mind. And when I started to let go of all of this, things started to happen. Things really started to happen. And what I can say now in terms of creation, what we are here like to create, it is a process of walking with it. You are receiving this baby child of idea, and you start to walk with it. You get pregnant with it. You become pregnant with it. And you let it manifest. You let it manifest. Don't control the outcome, and control the steps towards it. And I know the Matrix wants to tell you something else. And follow your insights. Follow what you feel is right for you. I think we all have a different necessity of structure and intuition in the process of creation. But I can see that the world is going into a direction where structure is less and less required, and actually also less and less possible to follow. Then we have to trust our intuition and we have to trust our guidance. Yeah. So yeah, okay, this is going actually okay. And one more thing, especially for women out there, because if you grew up with no present male in your life, when you come from a lineage where you struggled a lot with both female and male tasks, and I'm dividing this consciously because we are not all equal, there's a difference, you can already see it physically. And yeah, so my mother struggled a lot doing, but that's the story of the most of the women in this generation, that they accomplished both things. They earned the money and they took care of the children and they took care of the household and they took care of organizing everything. So everything at the same time, always tied to the woman. And if you grew up in an environment like this, probably there was not so much resource and capacity left to give you the space to be a child. So you started to be very responsible in early age, and you started to take on tasks that were not really meant for you in that period of life, and this kept you in this survival mode, and creation and manifesting your ideas, they need this sense of everything is taken care of, everything is there and I can now follow my ideas. When the basic needs are met, you start to feel safe enough to give your ideas an expression. And this, yeah, so if you had this urge for, like, that your life created the circumstances that you felt, I'm independent and my independency is the most valuable thing, and I can do everything on my own. When you start to follow this path of trusting in your insights, trusting in your intuition, and putting yourself first, maybe someone will pop up. Speaking of experience here. And everything changes because of this meeting. And I now can say that with this divine connection, with this divine combination of male and female, both poles, we are enhancing each other in our own frequency, in our own ability to express ourselves, and our gender is part of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so this male caretaker energy has to be there in the process of creation, and to do it all yourself is just, yeah. And I think this is something that is, there is probably huge pain connected to this, that you had to do things that you didn't feel ready for, but you just, life was asking you to do it. And when you go through this, like when you really, and I will, like there was one video, and actually I recorded that video on the day when we met. It is crazy, and it is my last video. It was from last year October on TikTok, and didn't post anything since then. And on that day I met him, just a few hours later after this video. It's so crazy. Yeah, but what I can really say is that after I tried so many fucking things to heal and to manifest and vision board and visualize and meditate and breathe and yoga and hypnosis and all of it, I really came down to really feel into me and communicating with the universe in my own terms, and really from my heart honestly looking for an answer, looking for truth, really, like with every core of my being, core of my cell, I was whispering to the universe, like, please tell me, like, what is the solution, what is the solution, what is there that keeps me stuck. And when you have this urge that you really want to know, you will know. Life will give it to you, but it might be painful, and a part of you is resisting it, and that's why these super major painful things might not pop up, but they are in a way crucial for your development. They are crucial that you go through these things to understand and realize a few things. So yeah, well, that went in different directions than I thought. And yeah, and in the end it is all about love, right? In the end it is all about love. Because, and it is also so wild, because after you release this pain that was connected to the past, and you realize, okay, I can actually have different experiences because there was no pain in the beginning, but somehow my body needs to release what is there, because like this realization that it is a difference between realizing things with your mind and realizing it with your whole being. Probably you know what I mean. And yeah, and this after putting these things out and going through what was there in the past that you were not able to feel, you might realize that yeah, like connected to this, that there is no real trauma, that you as a soul decided to have certain experiences, and that other souls also agreed to play their roles in it, and you all took part in this drama. And yeah, I just, after so many painful transformation cycles, on Mother's Day, seriously, it was on Mother's Day. I was not aware that it was on Mother's Day, but it was on Mother's Day. And I had such a compassionate, loving, empathic wave towards my mother, and I felt so connected to her, and so much that she did so much her best, and and memories started to pop up in my mind that I really deleted for some time, because I was so stuck in pain that I couldn't see the beauty that I also experienced in my childhood. And on that day, so many beautiful memories came back, and I was just in so much love to everyone, and that they all did their best, and that I felt so cared for. And then it really became clear to me that we decide on all of this, and our traumas are part of our message that we have to share for the world, of course. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's it. The washing machine wants my attention, and I want to continue with the day. I wish you all a beautiful rest of the day, whatever time it is, night. See you.